welcome to a weekend reading vlog. It is about 1:45 to noon on Friday, March 29th. I had physical therapy this morning and I just came out of a coffee shop where I had a cup of coffee and like a breakfast sandwich and read a chapter in the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. This is annoyingly, if you saw my last vlog, annoyingly the large print edition. It is great that it's paperback. I do enjoy a paperback, but just the quality is not there, and there's just something about the large font that's like throwing me. I don't know what it is, but I'm on page 144 out of about 480 something. I would really love to finish this book this weekend, even if we kind of call Monday into the weekend, do kind of a a la Doris Aldi Books mid-month book bash. But at the end of the month, let's see, Sunday is Easter, so Monday is April 1st. So ideally I would get this done by the end of the month, and then start off my April reading plans. I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon on April 3rd. I'll probably do it like the late afternoon of April 2nd to the late afternoon of April 3rd to kind of remember and commemorate my husband who passed 4 years ago on April 3rd. So maybe this can just help me get into the groove and like kind of expand my attention span for reading longer periods of time without being distracted and getting sucked into watching, 3 episodes of Grey's Anatomy at a time before I decide to do something else. So come along and see if I end up finishing the book. I don't know that I ever actually told you what the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store is actually about. So this takes place in 1972 in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, in a neighborhood called Chicken Hill. Yeah, Chicken Hill, like a dilapidated neighborhood of Jews and blacks, like European immigrated Jews. A lot of the Jews are moving out and more black people are moving in. There are no, it appears that there are no American white people that are not recent immigrants. And even the Jews, Jews from Germany, Jews from Poland, Jews from Lithuania. They're very kind of segmented, and but there's a little bit of kind of like intermingling of the blacks and the Jews beginning to happen. This couple, Moshe and Shona, run the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store, and long story short, there's this little black boy named Dodo who ends up kind of needing to be taken care of. They don't want the state to kind of get their hand in it and take him away, and so they start raising the boy, and they're trying to keep him in Chicken Hill, keep him kind of in the family, in the neighborhood. So really not sure where this is going to go, but it says that like the theme here is about how much the people of Chicken Hill have to struggle to survive at the margins of white Christian America, and how damaging bigotry, hypocrisy, and deceit can be to a community. So I imagine we're going to get a lot more relationship dynamics. Christianity, Judaism, black, white, those kind of characteristics and differences coming into play.
So, my daughter
and I've been amazed with my nieces and nephews. They love it.
Saturday morning, and I have no plans, so it's going to be a big reading day. It's a rainy day. I never got to the kitchen yesterday, so I'm going to need to get to the kitchen today. If I'm really on top of things, I would vacuum as well. We'll see if that happens. The kitchen's the main priority. But I mean, it'll take me 10 minutes. It's one of those things that you're just like, I don't want to. I still had, in the last vlog, I did a bunch of like purging, and I got rid of a bunch of water bottles. And the week before that, we cleaned out the garage, and I have just like coffee tumblers, like travel coffee tumblers and water bottles and stuff that I'd like cleared out from stuff that are sitting actually in a wine, like a cardboard wine carrying case from the grocery store. Like those need to be cleaned out, and just like some other random stuff. So anyway, that needs to happen. But it's going to be a big reading day, and there's a booktube I want to watch. Natalie just posted a new vlog. Doris just posted a new vlog, so I definitely want to watch those at some point today. But I need to move my body. I've been as active as I have been in terms of being productive around the house. I'm still only getting like,
you know, if I'm lucky, 5,000 steps a day. Like I haven't done any intentional, or I've done very little intentional walking recently, and I just really need to do that. So I think some of my booktube watching is going to happen on the treadmill. I don't want to go out in the rain. And then maybe even to listening to some Wuthering Heights. One thing that I do when I listen to, particularly when I listen to classic audiobooks, because sometimes it's like it's easier to get through it, but then sometimes I miss things, and I just don't pick up on the story and the nuances as much when I'm listening on audiobook. Is I'll watch, there's a YouTube channel called Course Hero, and so you just look up like Course Hero Wuthering Heights, and it'll go chapter by chapter, or depending on how the book is created, book by book or whatever it is, and it gives you, there's like illustrations, like little like cartoon, illustrations, and then it'll give you like the breakdown of each of the chapter, even with like a little bit of kind of analysis as well, like not necessarily just the plot, but like a little bit of analysis to help you understand. So that has been helping. It's so weird because even though I've read Wuthering Heights multiple times, I'm just having a hard time this time, and I don't know if it's because I'm listening to it on audiobook rather than reading with my eyes. I think that must be the difficulty. The other thing, I think I'm like, rather than my memory of it being a benefit, it's holding me back, or it's like handicapping my ability to just listen to it right now and just be present in the moment, because I'm like thinking about what I think is going to happen rather than just letting it unfold and comprehending what's happening in the moment. So anyway, Wuthering Heights, Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. I am 254 pages into this out of 480, about 485. So made really good progress in this yesterday, so I anticipate making really good progress in this today. And then my nonfiction book club, we just chose the new book, The Kingdom, the Power, and the Glory, American Evangelicals in an Age of Extremism by Tim Alberta. So this is my mom's copy. She's read this. She has dog-eared so many pages that the dust jacket like isn't even fitting anymore. And so it was nice that we already had the copy, so I didn't have to go out and buy it or get it from the library or anything like that. But I hate politics. I hate religion and politics. Like, those are not things that I enjoy talking about. I'm a very non-confrontational type of person. So even when my mom was telling me about this book, like she raised all this like political stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The good news is, as far as I know, everyone in my book club is very similarly politically aligned. I worry about the religious side of the conversation. Being a Christian myself, I'm like the unicorn, like liberal Christian. And so I'm just like worried about what that conversation's gonna be like. I feel like I'm gonna be like defending the faith. And I don't know if I'm gonna have anybody on my side as far as that goes, but I don't agree with, I'm very strong in my views on separation of church and state. And essentially what this book is it's giving you the breakdown of how it is that evangelicalism became so intertwined in right-wing politics. And like, I know Jerry Falwell was a big part of how that actually happened. So my mom found this book really fascinating. It's really highly rated. And so hopefully I can kind of get over the confrontational bit, that I'll be feeling about it, and then just get something from this book. So first things first, I'm going to read a chapter. I'm going to read at least one chapter in Heaven and Earth Grocery Store, and then maybe I'll like sum up the drive to go walk on the treadmill while I watch either Natalie or Doris's, or maybe both if I just really, get on there and I'm feeling good. So of course I was screwing around on my phone rather than actually reading like I said I was going to do. And I just came across an interesting quote from James McBride referring to the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. And so it was one of those, like, it was like you see you can see like a very small portion of it from the New York Times, but then you have to pay, like you have to get a subscription to actually read the dang thing. But he said, to something to the effect of, when you've been David all your life, everything changes when you become Goliath. So what they were insinuating in the what's that called? The headline, was that like he has mixed feelings about the commercial success of Heaven and Earth grocery store. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'd love to know more about it, but I'm not going to pay for a New York Times subscription to find out. Okay, so I think I've come up with a bit of a game plan for today. Obviously, you can't tell I'm walking on the treadmill right now. Just watched Doris from Aldi Books. Now I'm watching Natalie from Natalie Marie, about 2 minutes into her video. But what I'm going to do, so that's going to be about 45 minutes watching these 2 videos. So they give me 45 minutes on the treadmill. And I think I'm going to break the day up in kind of 45-minute segments. And maybe you call it like 45 minutes of like doing a task and then like a 15-minute buffer there. So kind of Pomodoro style. But there's a few different things I want to be doing. So one is going to be the treadmill time. So at least one other time I want to do this, I'll probably watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy. That's the show I've been binge watching lately. So that'll work out perfectly because each show is like roughly 43 minutes long. So that'll work out. And then I just discovered I'm a big baseball fan, and one of the only video games I ever play is MLB The Show. And so that's downloading right now. And so that'll probably be the next 45-minute segment I do after this. And then I'll do like read for 45 minutes, you know, maybe clean for 45 minutes, that kind of thing, and just kind of help keep my day go along. So I have opportunities to lay around and watch a show. I have opportunities to lay around and read. I have opportunities to be active, to be productive, that kind of thing. Because what just keeps happening is, and this is totally okay to do, it's been happening too frequently and I'm not thrilled with it, is that I just end up stuck on the couch, not moving, being maybe a little bit productive during the day, but not getting as much as I would like to do, and not getting as much just movement. And so I end up just being super sedentary, and like the biggest thing I accomplish is like, hey, I watched 8 episodes of Grey's Anatomy today. I don't want that to be my biggest accomplishment today. So yeah, that is the plan moving forward. I'm gonna get back to watching Natalie. Perfect focus, perfect timing. There we go. You can see the leftovers of a Hello Kitty stamp and a note to pick up prescriptions on my hand, and I hit 2 miles on the dot. Perfect. It is 1:52. I'm sitting in the grocery store parking lot. So the 45-minute deal has been working. I did the booktube and walking for 45 minutes. I followed that up with 45 minutes of reading, and then 45 minutes of I watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Had to get a prescription, and I'm in charge of veggies for Easter tomorrow. So I'm waiting actually right now. The pharmacy always takes a 2 freaking hour lunch break. It drives me crazy. I swear every time I try to come is during their lunch break. So I've got 8 minutes supposedly before they come back from lunch. So I'm just chilling out here in the car. I brought Heaven and Earth grocery store with me. But anyway, I'm going to make green beans and a salad. So I've got like mixed greens, strawberries, glazed pecans, and red onion. Yeah, with a raspberry vinaigrette, a raspberry poppy seed vinaigrette. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then the video game I'm trying to download. It's like taking forever to install. So I'll see if I get home. If that's ready to play, I'll play that for 45. Otherwise, I think I'll do another reading session. What? What do you need? I don't know what you want. You want to come here and tell me? Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Oh, hi, Goober. Wow, you okay? Is everything okay? Happy Easter. I went to bed with my hair styled one way, and I woke up with it styled totally differently. I had it like over and back yesterday, and then I woke up and I guess we're going up today. Cool. Must have been sleeping on my right side a lot. Oh, here comes my dog. He keeps whining at me, and I don't know what he wants. He's been fed. He has water. The door is open. You come see me? Hi. Okay. Anyway, what time is it? It's 9:52. I have just not done anything this morning. I got up at like right around 7 and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, make my coffee, I'll read, maybe I'll play, a 45-minute chunk on my video game, read some more, get ready to go to church, all that kind of stuff. Have I done any of that? I played the video game for a while, and then I've been just playing or watching reels and screwing around on my phone for the last God knows how long. Am I going to church right now? Do I look like I'm on my way? No. Yeah, I'm just not happy with the way that I've spent my morning so far and the choices that I've made. So, please be my accountability partner. I'm going to read for at least 45 minutes, or at least give myself a 45-minute chunk. And then what I should do actually is go for a walk outside, because it is finally, after multiple days of rain, it is sunny and beautiful. So we have a really nice, all the families out there doing Easter egg hunts. Although the ground is still probably going to be pretty soggy, at least it's sunny and dry today. Teddy! Right here! Look! Ted! There you go! Josie! Look! Right there! Look! Come here! Josie! Josie! There we go! Rigby's a veteran! We had kind of a rough night, but everything is okay now. Stevie just walked outside. I don't know if you saw him. Stevie, my dog, had a seizure last night at about 3:45. He's okay. It was actually on the milder side as far as the duration. They always look the same, but it wasn't as long as they could be, and he came out of it more quickly. But it always, a little bit of at this point, I don't get like a huge adrenaline rush out of it, but, it definitely wakes me up, and then I've got to wait for him to kind of settle down, because his brain is literally like rebooting. It's like someone like pulled the plug on his nervous system, and so he's like really kind of wild and hyperactive afterwards. And so I've attempted to read before, and there's just no way. I mean, he would just destroy the book, honestly. So I watched about an episode and a half of Grey's Anatomy before I finally laid down on the couch and went to sleep. So I probably got enough sleep, because I slept relatively late. I slept until a little after 8, which is later than I normally sleep. But I just woke up feeling so groggy and everything from having the interruption. So anyway, Easter was really nice. We were over at my aunt and uncle's house, and just good family and food and all that. You would have seen my cousin Joey doing the Easter egg hunt. Joey has Angelman syndrome. He is a forever child, and he was loves holiday traditions, especially if candy is involved. And then the dogs, the dogs. One of the dogs was my cousin's, Joey's sister, sisters. And then the other are my aunt and uncles. And so they always do their Easter egg hunt. They put like treats and carrots and stuff like that in the eggs, and it's really fun to see the dogs go. And then I went to see, last night, I went to see Dune 2 with my sister and my older two niece and nephew, Sam and Holly. So yeah, so that was really fun. It was a really great day. Got very, very little reading done over the course of the whole day, but it was still a great day with family, which, you know, that's what it should be. So anyway, the mission for today is going to be to finish the Heaven and Earth grocery store. I have about 150 pages left, and let's get to it. All right, I just finished the Heaven and Earth grocery store. I am out at a local park, just enjoying the sunshine. It's like 72 degrees and it feels amazing. I think it's amazing how warm 72 degrees feels in April. It's April 1st, and how cold that same 72 degrees will feel in like September, October. So yeah, loved Heaven and Earth grocery store. So I saw a video by Rick McDonnell, and he compared this to Middlemarch, and once I heard that, I couldn't unhear it. And what's happening is we have all these different kind of points of view, these like segments of the story that we're hearing, and it's mostly we have basically like Jews and Black people who have come together and have really integrated themselves in this community. And you know, this Jewish couple kind of takes on Dodo, the deaf Black boy, to protect him, and then the community really comes together to continue protecting him as the government's trying to institutionalize him and put him in like a state facility for the mentally ill. The white people, particularly, mostly represented by a doctor, are kind of like the baddies. And there's this concept of the real America, and the white people basically calling the Blacks and the Jews like foreigners and that they don't belong and they're bringing kind of society down. And then the Jews in particular, the Jews and the Blacks wanting to be like part of America. And so there's this interesting idea of like, what is America, who is American, and I think that still resonates today. So I think that is going to end the vlog. I'd love to know, have you read Heaven and Earth grocery store? Can you see the Middlemarch comparison? And yeah, basically, what did you think of it? I actually think I might listen to it on audiobook before I go to my book club, which I'm not even sure when the book club is, but I think I'm like at least a few weeks off from it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Remember, every day is a great day for a great day, no matter what.